All righty, here we are with Coach Justin Price. The coach, a tough loss at Farragut last Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Farragut's got a good football team. They're ranked number 3 in the state, and I felt like we just got off to a rough start, especially offensively. Defensively, I felt like played well enough and kept them in control to give us an opportunity to win. But in the end, I think once we got in rhythm on offense, we struggled to score points. We had a couple, 2 or 3 drops that we felt like were touchdowns for us. And anytime you don't make those plays against a quality opponent like Farragut, you're probably going to come out on the wrong side of things.
Right. And like you said, you had 2 picks, and those are the only 2 mistakes really in the game, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, and it took us a while early on to get used to their strength. That was one thing we were most impressed with was Farragut's just overall team strength, especially on defense. And once we got used to it and kind of understood, got in the flow of things, I felt like our kids responded well. And I really felt like our kids played better in the second half than they did in the first half.
They did.
I think we held them to 10 points in the second half, and they kicked a 50-yard field goal. So it was very proud of our team. Obviously, the expectation, the standard was for us to go out with a win. But at the same time, we're not going to define by what that scoreboard says, whether we win or lose.
Right.
Just really looking at the film, and we missed some opportunities. Whether you're playing Farragut or whoever you're playing, if you don't take advantage of those, then you're going to put yourself in a tough situation. And Friday was just too much for us to overcome.
Yeah, and you said early in the game, I felt like Josh Lake came out and he was overthrowing and maybe a little bit too pumped up.
Yeah, Josh Lake's kind of been Superman for us over the last 4 games, the 4-game winning streak we had. He still played. I think he had almost 300 yards of total offense again, and against a team that's given up about 5 points a game defensively. So, the ability and the things that he can do gave us a chance. He just missed. He was high on a few balls, and a lot of that has to do with Farragut's defensive line. Number 45 was as good as advertised. He's a special player, and he got a lot of penetration and got in Josh's face a couple times. And so you got to give credit where it's due. And Farragut's got a very good football team.
Yeah, and Coach, and I noticed if it wasn't a pass, it was a quarterback keeper. Now, having said that, I know that the Bell County was up there watching you guys last week as well as Farragut. So have we got anything, turning our attention to Bell County? We got any surprises for them?
We're in trying. We've moved Seth Roberts to running back / receiver over the last several weeks, and so we're still trying to get him more involved in the run game. We got to take advantage of that, take a little pressure off of Josh. For him to get 20 to 30 carries a game can be tough. He's handled it well. He obviously wants the football, but we just got to keep doing what we're doing, and even against Farragut, a lot of the reasons we didn't score, we didn't execute, were things that we did. We dropped a pass or threw the ball late, missed a block.
Yeah,
so it's I think football, and you look at the best teams, they kind of do what they do, but they just do it really well.
Right.
And, so we got to just continue to improve on those things, and obviously it was one that meant a lot to us. We'd be sole possession of first place in the region heading into the last few games, but come up a little short. We're still second place, and that's something we're very proud of.
Right. Now, again, staying on Bell County, what do you expect out of them?
They're a tough, hard-nosed, tradition-rich program. They've won a lot of football games. They win 8, 9, 10 games every season.
Yeah.
So they'll come down here, and their players are going to know how to win. They're not going to be we're going to get their best effort. I think anytime the Tennessee-Kentucky rivalry comes up, there's always that chip on their shoulder to come down here and beat a Tennessee school. And
they're a better game.
And Coach Mills does a great job. Those guys are well coached. They play very hard, very physical.
Yeah.
And we got to match their intensity, especially early on in the football game. Their tailback, I think he's had over 200 yards rushing in 2 games, back in the last 2 games. And he's just a junior, but he's a fast running back and makes a lot of guys miss. So we definitely got to prepare for the run. That's their strength. They still run the old wishbone offense and power eye and try to basically just run it at you. So we've got to make sure our guys are physical at the point of attack and discipline and getting in their gaps. And then when it comes down to it, you got to make the tackles.
Right, you got to wrap up. Well, Coach, now on the injury front, we got anybody hurt? Well, of course, Rutherford.
Yeah,
how far off is he from coming
he's
back?
Getting pretty close. He's definitely going to be cleared next week for Carnes. they're still right now. He's just started doing drills with us and running around, so I don't expect him to play this week. Obviously, we want to get him back and get him ready, but we don't want to rush things and put him in a tough situation. And our trainer and his doctors are handling all that. So, but it's good to see him up throwing it around a little bit. Other than that, again, we keep getting more healthy. You know, Seth's ankles finally getting better, and Jacob Bunch's ankles healing, and they just keep getting better every week. I think Jacob Bunch had his best game last week with 7 or 8 catches.
Yeah, he did.
So it's something we got to keep getting our guys healthy because you know, we got a big game. This game's important because it's the next one, but then you go Carnes, and if you beat Carnes, you're at least probably guaranteed a third place finish in the district or region. So that's something that we'll be able to work for then. But you got to be playing your best football in the end of October, 1st of November.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, you got 3 games. The 2 of those games are within your region. You really got to make some hay here, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And, you know, we've won 4 out of our last 5, and so our kids have a lot of confidence. They still believe in what they're doing, and that's all. That's kind of the most important thing. And you know, we just got to go out there against Bell County and continue to improve, whether we're playing them or Carnes, whoever we play every week. It's about us doing the things that we know how to do at a high level. Yeah.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, talk again how important it is. It's a home game. Very important for the Cougar fans to get out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and we talked about it. We've won 12 out of our last 13 games at home, and you know, it's creating a home field advantage is something we wanted to do.
Right.
And I felt we've done that, and you know, I think they're calling for a little bit of rain. Hopefully, it doesn't move in or goes a different direction. But you know, you got to play football in all elements, and we can't let that control the way we play, or if we come and support it. So it's our kids worked hard, and they need to see a big crowd.
All righty, Coach. We'll see you this Friday night.
Appreciate it.
All right. Justin Price, I'm David Graham. We'll see you at the game.